Believable, all revealed. As Kwankwaso reveals the part the North played in ensuring that Nyesom Wike did not get PDP presidential primaries. He said, "We are very happy Wike didn't, get the PDP presidential ticket. So they are happy with the house that is torn apart and things that are happening right now." He said they are quite happy. He said if Wiki has gotten it, they are sure because the guy is, he may be able to pull some strings. So these are some of the things that are going on. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's understand what Kwankwaso has got to say. Presidential candidate of the new Nigerian People's Party, NNPP, Rabiu Kwankwaso, has said he is very happy that both PDP, People Democratic Party, and the All Progressive Congress didn't give their presidential ticket to Nyesom Wike and David Umahi, who are both from the southeast. Kwankwaso said this on Wednesday in Abakaliki during an interactive session with newsmen during a visit to Ebonyi State, given and joining Nigerians to shun tribal and religious sentiment by voting for competent candidates in the 2023 general election. "We are happy that both PDP and the All Progressive Congress did not give their presidential candidates to performers such as Nyesom Wike and David Umahi. It would have been very difficult for us. That was our prayer during their primaries, and such has been granted. We thank God for it. We are therefore the party to beat at the nation's level, at the national level, and the one the country needs at this trying period and this time to get out of what we are currently experiencing." The former Kano State governor said Nyesom Wike and David Umahi in particular have been in NNPP where performance belong and where we work for the people. David Umahi was in a hush to leave PDP as he consigns what he intends to do with the ruling party. "I visited him on coming to Ebonyi because we enjoyed a strong relationship that lasts long. Party is important, but good relationship is more important. The last time I visited Ebonyi, I spent some days with him in his hometown, and presently he is not around. I will spend the night in his state," he said. He said, "You see, these men, they are working hard for their people. If any of them have gotten the presidential candidate, it would have been more difficult for us. And so I do not think that it is important for any of them to have won this. We were hoping and praying that none of them get the presidential ticket. The man Wike is a very strong individual. He has not gotten presidential ticket yet. He controls PDP. PDP may want to deny it, but they need him to succeed. He has a lot of influence. If he had won the presidential primaries, the whole of the South would have voted for him. We know, and this is why we were praying he never gets the ticket. So we are quite happy that our prayers were answered." So my wonderful people, this is exactly what is happening now. You can see for yourself that everyone is particularly, looking out for themselves. It's every man for his own, God for all. Now, waiting they happen be this. Waiting that they happen, waiting they see, so now don't they happen. So you see, they say that they pray before say make these people not get the presidential ticket. Say because if they get them, it will affect them, and they called, Wike performing man, that the guy is really performing. And whether you like it or not, you can see that Wike, even though he's not the presidential candidate, he controls the level. He does control the level. Okay, he's controlling things. So whether you like it or not, we know who the leaders are. When the chips are down, we know where to turn to. We know what should be. So if PPP or APC like themselves, I think it is time for them to begin to really ask Nigerians what they want. Attend these these meetings and understand Nigerians rather than shying or staying away. Shine or staying away does not make the day. We know who they are, and we know why they are shying away. We know why they don't want to get involved, because they know that their secret will be exposed. We will get to know them better, which they don't want. So when you look at it, you begin to ask yourself, how did we even get here in the first place? Why did we bring in such people to become our leaders? What are we gaining from them? And why have we allowed them so far to continue on their track? So these are some of the things that are happening, and why you and I, every one of us, must go ahead and ensure that we vote in. If you look at the presidential candidate, there's Omoyele Sowore, there's Peter Obi, and others. Abiola, MKO, later Abiola's son is also there. There are other presidential candidates, but what I will enjoy you to do is go out there and, first of all, get to know these people, understand the antecedents, see who they've been, how they've supported the people around them, what did they do, how did they go about it. We need to understand these parts and these principles before we go ahead and say we want to vote for any individual. The person you are voting for, can you vouch for such an individual? Are you sure that such an individual really means well for Nigerians? Because we must be able to truly, sincerely speak and say, this is this person, this is what they stand for, before we can go ahead and join in such discussion. Anyway, my wonderful people, you can see for yourself that it is high time as Nigerians we make a move. We come out of the current devastation that we are experiencing, so that at the end of the day, Nigeria can be a better place. The people who are coming out to say they want to rule Nigeria, do they have a heart for the nation? Are they really sincere? Are they honest people? Can we trust them? Can we commit the nation into their hands? Are you sure they will deliver? Are you sure they will protect the interests of Nigerians rather than their personal interests? So these are things that we must honestly, sincerely begin to look at before we make a move. Because the people who you think are leaders, who you think, are working for this nation, who you think may be, doing one thing or the other for this nation, are you sure of them? Do you know them? And if you know them, what do you know about them? And why should we come out of it? Because these people, most of them can even pay Nigerians' debts. You see the debt they say Nigeria has. Some of them can even get back the refineries working. And I wonder why they decide not to do any of this, so that people can be employed, gainfully employed, and things can begin to work. But you understand the part called wickedness. They will rather stay on the path of wickedness and allow the people to suffer needlessly. Yet they say they want to lead. Yet, what have they contributed? What has been their contribution to national development? Why should we trust them? What have they done? And why should we give them the opportunity, of trust? Why should we trust them in any way, humanly speaking, possible? Why should we trust them? So you see, this is what we need to do. Bye for now.